No more. Trouble. It's getting better. Just believe. No more struggle. No more trouble. It's getting better. Just believe.
Say no more struggle. And no more getting better. You gotta do. Just believe. Tell somebody. No more struggle. No more. It's getting so much better. All you gotta do is just believe. Say it for yourself. No more struggle. It's getting so much better. All you gotta do is just believe. Say it.
Quiet Storm FM presence, R&B, soul, and neo soul singer, songwriter, and producer who's rich, velvety voice to find an era of smooth, heartfelt music. Born on December 18, 1961, in Columbia, South Carolina. She first gained recognition in the late 1979 as a member of the Sequence, one of the first all-female rap groups. She later transitioned into R&B, making waves with albums like Black Diamond, 19, and Mahogany Soul, 2001, which featured classics like No More Rain and Brother. Her music blended soulful grooves, deep storytelling, and a gospel-rooted sound, earning her multiple Grammy nominations and lasting influence in the industry. Beyond her music, Stone was also an actress and songwriting, collaborating with icons like D'Angelo, Alicia Keys, and Lenny Kravitz. Her contributions to neo soul left an undeniable mark, influencing generations of artists. Quiet Storm FM.
Hello, everybody. How you doing? Sorry about the hiccup in the beginning. Made technical difficulties. It's been a minute, so I lost track of what I was doing for a second, but we're back here now. Listen, we have some things to talk about. Fani Willis is scolded by Judge McAfee for being soft on crime. And my question is Fani Willis in business with Lethal Carter? Allegedly. We're going to get right into it. And the reason we're going to get into it because nobody seems to make a nexus between Fulton County and Lethal Carter. And the reason why I keep saying this is because I personally believe, allegedly, that if Lethal Carter would not been able to drive while he's on probation, maybe Angie would still be here with us today. But we don't know this because Fani Willis was giving out light crime charges like it was candy. Atlanta, Georgia is a beautiful place. It is an epic center of Black culture, Black art, Black talent, Black academics, Black history. It's the veneer of Black excellence that glows over the city's reputation, which is etched in stone. And because the Black history of Atlanta is so unbeatable, the one thing that is a hidden truth about the diamond city of Black culture is the grimy, scammy, scandalous Negro. And at the crux of Scamlanta is always powerful or affluent women letting scumbags in the back door. Explain. This will be the downfall of Atlanta. Giving bums access like Lethal Carter. This type of behavior happens everywhere. But in Atlanta, Fani Willis is letting the scumbags take over. Letting them scam the system. Letting them walk around proud and changing their names to pretend to be new people while chronic, persistent, unrepentant serial perpetrators of violence, identity theft, burglary, and terrorism on civilized society still walk around. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Please, somebody, make that make sense. And here we are again. Because I know that some of you have heard me calling out to Fani Willis in regards to the death of Angie Stone. But as the day go by, I'm proven to be right on so many levels. Because not only are powerful women like Fani Willis letting bums in the back door, they're letting bums out the back door and the front door. They are letting criminals like Lethal Carter get away with lenient sentences for not just narcotic-related offenses, but for violent offenses also. Which leads me to believe that the district attorney's office in Fulton County really doesn't care about the safety of their citizens. And it also leads me to believe that many, or maybe that big bag of cash Fani Willis had in her house allegedly was from money of her affiliations with criminal enterprises like Capital Group Entertainment. Allegedly. They don't really care about civilized society. They don't care about headlines. They care about taking down the big fish. RICO charges that will make them more famous. They care about cameras, podiums, and microphones. But they don't care about the citizens of Atlanta. Thus, I say, Angie Stone would probably still be with us here today. You see, these degenerates are not grown in Atlanta. They are flown to Atlanta. Fani Willis is from California, not Georgia. Her crooked boyfriend, special prosecutor, was born in Texas, not Georgia. And these people move to Atlanta and throw their elitist weight around clamoring for lights, camera, and action, thus going after the president of the United States. Taking lavish trips, flying all around the world, big bags of cash in the house. How do you explain that? How do we let that go? How possible? And in this era, these wannabe mavericks like Fani Willis, Letitia James, and Maureen Comey, Everybody wants to be Elliot Ness or John Gleason, but they keep coming up short. Yes, they keep coming up short. If it's not Rico or someone famous, they don't really want to touch it. I wonder how many people get immunity just for these prosecutors to miss the damn mark every time. Think it makes sense. You see, when people get immunity, it's not always people who deserve it sometimes. It's notorious threat to the public safety. Because she really doesn't care about the safety of the citizens. They're taking the moonshot. Taking the moonshot. And they will risk the lives of anybody in the city to get the home run. But while this happens, the narcotic dealers, the robbers, the unalivers, the assaulters, the schemers, the scammers walk free. They walk free. I say all of this to say that months ago, it was just a theory that Fani Willis could possibly be one of the factors of why a dangerous menace like Lethal Carter could even be in a position to jeopardize the life of Angie Stone. But now, I have cold, hard evidence. I have a Fulton County judge word from his own mouth that Fani Willis is actually soft on crime. Violent crimes at that. But could this be soft on crime, incompetence, or actually be a misdirection? Could she be distracting the public from her own connections to organized crime in Atlanta? Is that why she has so much cash lying around? I know criminals don't take their bribery with no patience. In anything but cash. Is this why more than ever before thugs like Lethal Carter and his cabal of Africans with fresh social security numbers are graving the Atlanta economy with identity theft and bank fraud fronted by failing businesses? I'm going to say that again. Fronted by failing businesses. Fronted by failing businesses. You know, start the business up, incorporate them, find a way to get a scam and just absolutely take everything they can take and then shut the business down after they settled out of court. I'm going to present to you Exhibit 1. Her most recent display of incompetence and what's beginning to look like an affinity for scumbags. Lifelong degenerate Robbie Lewis, a Fulton County judge, raised concerns over a plea given to a repeat offender. I repeat, a repeat offender, Robbie Lewis, a man who's committed over 30 violent crimes. I'm going to repeat myself. A man that has committed over 30 violent crimes in the last 20 years. He robbed and kidnapped an elderly man by gunpoint. But he got sentenced to only 10 years in prison. And 10 years probation for such a serious crime. 10 years probation sounds vaguely familiar, doesn't it? Wasn't it Lethal Carter that got 9 years and 9 months sentence reduced probation? Wasn't it Lethal Carter that have the very exact past, allegedly, as Robbie Lewis Wasn't it Lethal Carter that had plenty of convictions in several different names? And the court knowing exactly who he is, because they do what is called a pre-sentence investigation, a PSI. Don't they know that this is what is going on? How possibly could Lethal Carter have the violent criminal history that he has and then get charged with a new crime of trafficking and then be sentenced as a first-time offender? Are you kidding me? How is it that Robbie Lewis can put a gun to a senior's head, hold him against his will, and only be charged with kidnapping and aggravated assault, including robbery, and get 10 years after being a repeated offender, which should have brought him a life sentence? The victim, Sharam Mashiri Zafi, could not hold back his dissatisfaction. They robbed me, he said. They robbed me, he said. They beat me up, he said. They beat me up, he said. They hit me with the gun. They stole my money. They took all my keys to my cars. And I'm suffering from that. I can't sleep at night because of that. I'm not accepting this, Your Honor. This also sounds very familiar. This man is just like Lethal Carter, with a different name. We'll give it 5 more years, and I'm sure Lethal Carter will have a different name also. Yeah, just 5 more years. He'll have a new one. Guaranteed, allegedly. Even the 35-year-old judge, the same one that was involved with the cases of Donald Trump and Fani Willis, stated, if the district attorney is concerned, the bench here in Fulton County is soft on crime. This is the judge talking. He says, if the district attorney is concerned, the bench here in Fulton County is soft on crime. This offer did not come from the bench, Judge McAfee said. Even the judge is starting to think something is fishy with the way she handles violent crime. Because it's becoming extremely evident that Fani Willis and maybe her entire district attorney's office is dirty and grimy, just like the criminals they keep letting out of jail. Just like the criminals that they do not prosecute. Just like the criminals that they give light sentences to. Just like the criminal that they allowed to be on the street to be part of the demise of Angie Stone. Something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. Because despite all of the evidence of DNA, cell phone records, and video footage, they gave this scumbag a reduced sentence. When if they would have prosecuted him properly, he would have received life without parole. I'm going to say that again. If they would have sentenced him properly or prosecuted him properly, he would have received life without parole. But I think being soft on crime might just be good for business for Fani Willis. Allegedly. Somebody tell me how we can get these people impeached Tell me how they can be gotten off the office that they held or hold. She's already perjured herself in open court. She's already proved herself to be an embarrassment of the office. And now she's starting to reveal her true self. To be a downward or downright criminal. Allegedly. I'm just saying. Allegedly. Allegedly. Yeah, Fanny, allegedly, you might be a downright criminal. You said you were used to keeping cash money in your house. I mean, why? I mean, you know, most people in a prestigious position as yourself generally use bank accounts. Why would not such a prestigious woman as yourself not have a bank account to use for such transactions? Why? Why is that? Now, my next exhibit is not a new face. We are all very familiar with his face. And just like Robbie Lewis, if this scumbag was sentenced like the habitual serial offender, he would already be sentenced to life. He was trafficking drugs. I'm going to say drugs. I'm not going to say rugs. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. He was trafficking drugs and only served 9 months in jail and has 9 months of unsupervised probation. 9 years and 9 months of unsupervised probation. He is a habitual violent offender and he gets unsupervised probation, or rather he is on unsupervised probation. Not only did he get probation, but he received a first-time offender sentence. Make that make sense. How in the world, no, how in the hell do you get a first-time offender status when they know you ain't no first-time offender, when they know your fingerprint come up on these charges, identifying who you are? You ain't got to give your right name, but trust and believe when they get your fingerprints, your name is going to come up, and every single charge that you ever had in your life is going to come up because the FBI database keeps it. And all counties, all cities get the same fingerprint report. Nothing different. Not only did he get probation as a first-time offender, he's back on the streets, free to illegally drive a van owned by a company registered to the Department of Transportation across state lines, not having $5 million worth of insurance as it's supposed to have, with its owner being in prison himself. That's why they can't serve him. Mr. Robinson is in prison himself, has been there since 2023. Yeah. Yes, he has. He has been there since 2023. And you tell me that this is okay? The world wants me to shut up. And meanwhile, as I'm quiet, it's still coming out that this office is a absolute debauchery to mankind. The incompetence of this office allowing people to cause drastic harm to families. Just a bunch of crooks. They don't have nothing. They have done absolutely nothing. Because as treacherous as Lethal Carter is, he knows how to go and get the money to pay somebody off He knows how to do that. He knows how to go and get some money to get a good lawyer. A good lawyer like Bruce Harvey. He knows how to keep himself on the outside. So after all the felonies, all the domestic violence charges, that should actually be assault and burglary, the credit card theft, the possession of a gun, the possession of drugs. Together, Lethal Carter is always free to commit another scam. This scammer is banned from half of the banks in Atlanta, allegedly. But Fani Willis, you keep your informants on the street. You keep your informants tight and right. This scammer is banned from half of the banks in Atlanta. And Fanny, they also have you trapped because the both of you have dirt on each other, allegedly. And it's a mutual distraction. If the world finds out what you have been up to together, Fani Willis, is in my opinion that you're a crooked prosecutor. But she's actually powerful enough in Atlanta to be at the very top of the Lethal Carter cabal. You could be the one up top. You could be the one up top. You may just be the syndicate leader. You're giving sweetheart deals to the most violent, burglarizing offenders. And we want to know why. We want to know, Fanny. We want to know. Because you ain't making sense. A little green will keep you clean. A little green will let you stay out. Now, in this lawsuit that was filed before Angie Stone was even buried, you want us to sit back and think that this is all going to go okay? It's not going to go okay. People, you mark my words that I'm telling you today, this 17th day of July, that it ain't gonna go okay. You want to know how I can feel that? Why hasn't there been a wrongful death case filed yet? I'll tell you why. Because they don't have the facts yet. You see, it is my belief that those folk in the van that's filing lawsuits don't even have the same exact story. I don't even believe that they don't have the same story. They don't. No. Now, when depositions get done in this matter, there are going to be things that are found out that we hadn't known. When those depositions, if those depositions finally get done, the truth will come out against the stunt driver and the victims in the van. The question is, how many of them have the same story? How long? Not long. How long? Not long. This is going to be a new movie script written. Yes, it is. You have a high-profile lawyer, Rhonda Wills, that has to file, not has to file, she's already filed, a writ of prohibition to be able to practice inside the courts of Georgia. And they're demanding a jury trial for this case, which means that they will have to come at the trucking company with full vigor. But here's my question. Are they that are suing even telling the truth? Because if they were, why would it be so secretive that no one would share the story of what really happened to Angie Stone? Meanwhile, everybody's sitting back. The major media is doing nothing, saying nothing. No one is pressing. No one is pressing against any of them to get a statement, to get something, to find out anything about what really happened to Angie Stone. They just want the world to silence down, dumb down, and say nothing. Get off of it. The hell with all of that. I say the hell with all of it. This bull crap is over with. I'm bringing you people out. You can drive my name down the mud. I don't give a flying rip. I've done mine. I've repented for mine. And these secrets don't make a difference of who is uncovered by. It needs to be uncovered. It needs to be uncovered. You want to shut somebody down and you want to shut them up so they don't talk, so too much of the truth don't come out. Shannon Shell, you ain't off the hook. You people are not off the hook. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Because as you get ready to get started with this trial, I'm going to lay it all out precept by precept as to what's going on. This is capitalism at its best. I ain't scared. I have an arsenal of my own. Teeth and other substances that will maim and mime. I'm gonna uncover this, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Keep talking about what you want to talk about. I'm gonna be talking about this case. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, everybody thinking everything is safe. Nobody's talking about where the royalties went. Nobody's talking about who's collecting the royalties. Nobody's even talking about the royalties that were auctioned off. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Because they don't want the true story to come out. They want everybody to think everything is okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, it's okay, everything is okay, it's alright, hey, it's alright, well, you gotta know, it's alright, well, it's alright.
That's a lie. Everybody is about to talk about this. And everybody is about to taste the wrath of justice in this case. Because we cannot let her name fade away. You're going to talk about the ruthlessness of Fani Willis and not talk about Angie Stone in the same breath when one of the very same people, Lethal Carter, I laid out the facts, I've laid out the records to you, show you that there is yet a new case just 2 weeks ago that she let him off the very same way, and you don't see the pattern here? You don't see it? You don't see that the world was moving in the wrong vein and that I was right from day one? Yes, I believe that Lethal flipped that van on purpose, allegedly. Yes, I believe that he did not intend for anyone to pass away. But he should not have been allowed to do it. That's my belief. I got a right to believe that. That's my First Amendment right. But Fani, just like it was brought to the light behind the Donald Trump case, that you had all this here money, that you sleeping with your number one man to do the plan for you. Y'all taking the trips. It showed who you are. It showed who you were at the time. And it's showing who you are right now, allegedly. Would Angie still be here with us today? If you or your office would have done your job in the first place, would she still be here? Is your office part of the negligence of the death of Angie Stone? I believe someone should sue. But you have anonymity. So we know that ain't gonna happen too easy. Meanwhile, they got to sue for crumbs. They got to sue for crumbs. Straight up crumbs. They got to sue for straight up crumbs. Straight up crumbs they got to sue for. Why? Because your office didn't do its job in the first place. That's why. That's why. Because they didn't have insurance in the first place. That's why. That's why. We don't know what the truck ran over because ain't nobody talking. If the truck really did it, then everybody would be talking about it. Yeah, it did it. It did it. This is what happened. This is where I was standing. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Them saying that would not cause no suit to be interfered with. But the reason they're silenced is because someone may be looking for another lawsuit to be filed against Mercedes-Benz. Allegedly make money off of that. Yeah. Let me ask an honest question. How is it that anybody takes the stage in unison, still sing Angie's music, but yet not want the world to know what really happened? Make me believe that you are sincere about what you're doing when you won't say anything. You won't say nothing. Nothing at all. I'm not getting that. I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding it. Because if truth is truth, and you stand on truth, there wouldn't be a reason for you to keep so quiet. NDA is no good in this case because money was stolen. $15,000 of it. $15,000 was taken from the scene. And because that $15,000 was taken from the scene, that makes this a criminal act. Therefore, the NDA is no good. If there's an NDA. I don't believe there is. I believe that we're going to find out that some of them might be working together. I believe we're going to find out that they weren't so much against each other. Because for a federal crime to be committed on a highway and nobody's been investigated over that, for a theft to take place on the highway, he's still walking around. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Thank you very much. And I'll talk to you next time.